Hi everyone, it's Eva and welcome to my channel Revit Plus. In today's episode, I want to talk about this plugin that I was playing around for the last couple of weeks, and I think it's a fantastic solution for Revit. So let's start it. Yeah, the name of this plugin is Veras, and you can just find and download this plugin if you go to the website and you click www evolvelab.io. So this is the website, and you will see just the introduction of the website. And you click in software, and then if you click in software, you will see that they have like a several softwares. As I guess it's six softwares. So you have to click in Veras, and automatically they will just guide to the website, and then you can say that you can try. You have a trial that you can download the plugin for free, and you have a 15 days to trial, and you can generate 30 free renderings. And is Veras is you can apply for all these type of the Revit, Revit 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. Okay, uh, so what is Veras, or let's say the company Evolvelab? So Evolvelab is a company that specializes in providing computational design solutions for architects, engineers, contractors, and owners. The services include data-driven design solutions to optimize project needs, such as programmatic requirements, daylighting, engineer calculations, and structure performance. They also provide BIM support, including Revit, template creation, family creation, and parametric modeling, as well as custom application development for apps or add-ins to improve workflow. Evolvelab offers 3D coordinations and reality capture services using technologies such as LiDAR and photogrammetry scanning to document existing buildings for as-built and construction progress, as well as agile software. They are an Autodesk certified developer and have extensive experience with BIM. Okay, fantastic. Really good curriculum. So now I'm going to tell you five highlights about. I was just reading the website. They have a really nice community, a large community, and a lot of really interesting things. And I'm going to give you just the five highlights about Evil Lab IO. So let's start. The Evolab provides a data-driven design solution to optimize your projects, such as what we said before: programmatic requirements, daylight, energy calculations, and performance structure. And as well, they offer BIM support, including Revit, template creation, family creation, parametric modeling, and as well as custom application for developers and these apps ins. They are an Autodesk certified developers and have extensive experience in building. And they offer 3D coordination using services using like 3D clash detection. And as well, they also offer reality capture using services using technologies such as LiDAR and photogrammetry scanning to scan the existing buildings. Okay, so what can we do with Veras? First of all, I want to tell you that this is icon that I have on the left of this presentation is Veras is the number one, and then you have Clip, you have and categorize Helix, Bento, and Morphe. So all these are the apps, add-ins that you can add inside your Revit. But let's go to the thing that we are interested. So this is the logo for Veras. And what we can do with Veras, well, number one, we can do aerial explorations. Okay, so now it's just this is just I took from their forum because I did several options in my Revit model, and I just it's not precise as these images, and that's why I want to be just really objective, just showing the information that they are providing in their website. So, and so first of all the renders that I'm going to show you now, they have the same settings except for the prompt. The prompt is this thing that we have here under the picture, and this is the so this is are the parameters that you have to write, and in when you create, you will do your render. So for example, they are going to be all the same. So I'm going to just read once. Creative strength, it has to be 100. Style strength, 41. The width is 768. Bear in mind, if you are in the free version, you don't have this option is deactivated. And then you have to specify, is an interior? In this case, no. You can add turbo nature. In this case, is on, and it will give you this effect. Like you can see here, like a really, it's a little with like a clouds in the environment. That's it's a turbo nature, and then atmospheric as well. They give you this like a small, it's a small shadows, interesting shadows that they give you in the render model. And is aerial, yes, in this case is this. Okay, so and then what you have to do when you open the app is very easy. I will show you something at the end, but what you have to do when you open the app, you have to write down the prompt. In this case, the prompt is blue glazing with green edges, energy efficiency, curtain wall, gray good floors, flowers and grass, foreground, white walls, white ceilings, snow, golden hour. So these all are the prompts that you can generate this image that we have here. So let's go to the next one. Our next one is the same. So we are having the same parameters on our left. So what we are changing the prompt in this case to create this luminosity facade. Next is okay, so that's the same, but this luminosity facade in a different just shapes, and as well like it's showing like a window here that we didn't have in the previous one. So we have like a different was as a triangle. So here just we are showing like a window here and here. Okay, so next always is we are changing just the prompt. So in this case, we have like a roof with with green roof, and then we have on the other side of the building, it's a white roof. Where it could be any other material, and then just different facade as well with a glazing facade. And next, so in this case, for example, it's a different roof, but like we can have like a solar um uh well, some kind of, or maybe just as a painting like asphalt paint on the top of the roof. So different kind of styles. And then next, and so that's the last one. And then we number two, what we can do in Veras is facade exploration. So we were exploring like an aerial view. So now we are going to explore facade explorations. Bear in mind again, it's all it says. I took it from their forum, and then I will show you at the end. I will leave all the description and the links in the description below in my YouTube channel. If you want to know more about these things, bear in mind, it's just I'm not receiving any commission or anything at all. Just I am a lover user Revit model, and that's why I'm showing these things. So next point is facade explorations. All the renderings below have the same settings except for the prompts, the same thing, unless we noted. So just bear in mind. So here we are going to start exploring the facade. So in this case as well, again, all these parameters is just are the same. What we are changing is the prompt here under the image. So creativity strength is going to be 95, style strength 34, the width 1344, is interior no, so it's off. Is turbo nature is on, yes, and atmospheric is off, and then aerial is on in this case. Well, interesting. Okay, so this is the image that we got in with these parameters and with these prompts. Okay, next. So this is a different one, and then same parameters on the left, and we change the parameters on our right. So bear in mind, just I try, and okay, at the end I'm going to give you my my thoughts about this software. Okay, so this is really interesting. It's a different study of the facade. And again, so we are just continuing. So here is a different prompts, different style of the facade. That's nice. Next, so we have here very interesting. Just working with a timber. It's a timber facade, and then with the glazing, it's really nice view. Next, and as well different with different openings on the facade as well. Timber, really nice. And next is a different as so different prompt. That's really nice. Horizontal curtain wall, glass band, horizontal timber paneling bands, monolithic concrete, golden hour, rectilinear, sharp edge, and sharp corners. Really nice. And next, so this is a different one. The prompt is large glass panels, good panels, concrete golden hour, rectilinear, sharp edge, and sharp corners. Atmospheric is on. Okay, so is all the studies that just I got from their website and about the study of the facade. So really nice and really interesting. And as well, okay, so but this is all when we are in on our early stage when we can just produce several options, which is fantastic. I think it's a fantastic tool. But what's about for example, if we want to just keep our design as it is and just make some studies. So let's see what's going on. So for this case, in this case of study, the same, so creativity strength 45. So we need to reduce the creative strength. The style strength 80. The width is going to be 3044. Is interior? No. So it's off. Is it turbo nature? Yes. Is atmospheric? Yes. Is aerial? Yes. Okay, fine. So, and after we can write all these prompts like a subtle blue glass panel and good panels, curtain wall facade and concrete, a parking lot left of the building is here. It's in this area here. Golden hour, rectilinear, sharp edges, and sharp corners. This was the best result that they got from the current settings. Okay, so and then we are going to create a comparisons with different options. Just touching some the parameters and different with different prompts. But the idea for this exercise it was just to keep the same facade that we had originally, because bear in mind that this is artificial intelligence, so it's creating the render by algorithm, and so it's very creative, and it always is changing the facade slightly. So if you want to keep your real facade, you have to just bear in mind these kind of parameters, and maybe you have to be consistent. I mean, you have to um, take care of your prompt that you are writing for your render. Okay, so how you can see, well, okay, they're slightly, yeah, that's not too bad, not too bad. And okay, so this is what thought. These are my thoughts about this software. I think it's fantastic and has a lot of future with Revit users like us. And the cons for this software is that you cannot really have generate an image exactly as you have your Revit model, because it changed slightly. Some things they are not exactly as you're showing in your Revit model. So that's why bear in mind that you will have to reduce the creativity strength to 40 or less, because if not, it will change elements on your facade on your building that maybe you don't want, because you want to create a render exactly as you have in your 3D model. So that's the only cons that I see for this software, but I think it's a fantastic tool, and I I recommend you to use it and give it a try, because I mean it will help you just make it in a faster, save time, saving time, make it faster. A lot of options in your Revit model, and without costing too much time. That which is as an architect, we are working so many hours per day. So okay. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like it, and if you like, please click and like and subscribe, and see you in our next video. Bye.